episode of the KNOBHEADS. We are your hosts, Charlie Miller and
David Ekunno. I'll just come in normal because I'm not extra, you know.
Because you a bitch.
We always got to start on that. It's gonna be 2020, man. Where's the love?
It's not 2020 yet now.
It's gonna be though. Just
not,
one time say.
But is it though? But is it? But is it?
I guess not yet.
But
It's about to be though, huh? Yeah. Tell you what it's about to be. This is about to be the best episode we've ever done.
Yes.
And that's just a fact, you know?
Fuck that. This is gonna be the best year we're about to go into though. This is about to be the best year. I'm gonna take a page out of Chris' book and say, I'm speaking into existence. This year is gonna rip.
Yeah?
This year is gonna rip.
Life does rip.
Life rips.
Yeah, they don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about Chris D'Elia, famous comedian. He does a pretty good job. And he has this idea that life rips. And I think he's right about that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, life really does. I've for real been kind of like putting this into my mentality, like just thinking, because you know, like life is weird. You're a human being, you have ups and downs. Sometimes you go to an interview and you're like, I'm nervous to talk to these people, or sometimes you go through a situation. Today, I had a little bit of a fight with my sister. All good, but if you have the mentality knowing that at some point life is gonna rip again, it might be uncomfortable for a minute, but it's gonna come back. I mean, it's been helping me, I'll tell you.
Exactly. So I want to talk about this year. So this year, I want to talk about what all did we learn. Like, what all, like, did we experience? What are the crazy things that happened? Like, what are the things that we're going to bring into next year to help life rip? Like, and just remember about this year.
That's a loaded question.
How? How was that a loaded question?
You just said so many words, and it's a good question, but there was a lot in it. So let's break it down into pieces.
Okay.
Let's talk about first what we learned from this year. I think that's important.
Okay. What you learn from this year?
It's a good question. I made notes on this. I can't find the notes. Let me just think.
Oh, Lord, this guy here.
And
this is why Apple is better than Android.
Nah, this is why I need to be more fucking organized. What it is. I've learned. Oh, you know, a big thing I'm trying to what do you call it? Apply now.
What? Like,
your emotions aren't you.
Okay.
And I mean, we all know this, but to practice it in a way that really starts to separate yourself from your emotions I think for me, it's very good. It's good in the long term. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think in some time you start to realize everything you feel. Like I said, I had an argument with my sister today. I kind of popped off, to be honest. At the end, I could have controlled myself, but I popped off in the end. But you can really come to a space where you realize the things that you feel aren't you. You don't have to act from a position of your emotion. You don't have to use your emotions to act. You can just let your emotions inform your actions. So anytime you feel stressed or upset or angry, you can use that as like a green light to check in or to remember that distance between you and the things you're feeling, so that you can choose to act more wisely and take more reason to any situation.
I was shaking my head because I was like, soon as you got that squeak toy, I was like,
just missed the nugget, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
It's
recorded, but you just missed the nugget.
I heard everything you said.
Just dropped the nugget.
God damn it. Stop, girl.
Yeah, the mic picks that up as well.
But no, I heard everything you said. No, you're absolutely right. But it kind of sounds like you're saying your initial emotions aren't you. Because I still
emotions all across the board.
Oh, see, I mean, but that's, of course, that's your opinion about how you feel or whatever.
Take it away.
I think that what I've learned and what I continue to learn, because I need to grow in my emotional intelligence. But
yeah, don't we all?
Yeah, but my initial emotions aren't me. Like, what I've been trying to practice for years, and I'm getting better and better, I think I showed a lot of growth this year with it, is I take some time away. Like, as far as, like, if I'm thinking something that's making me pissed off or really sad, just take some time to step back whenever you feel these extreme emotions, whether it's happiness, sadness, whatever and stuff. Take some time back and be like, oh, okay, this is just something momentarily. Let me not make a decision that's going to affect me long-wise.
Based on a temporary.
Based on a temporary moment, exactly. That's what I've learned this year.
All right, so when was the last time you had to do that?
The last time I really had to do that
Just step
was
back from your emotions.
probably... Last time I really, really had to do that was probably like in maybe March. To where like when I feel like extreme emotions about stuff, like just, okay, take a second.
What do you get emotional about? What makes you feel emotional?
Just things that I feel like affect me in ways where it hinders either like my family and friends or me from like elevating in life. Those are the things that really make me like kind of, everything else I could really care less about. I'm like, okay, whatever, like, but the things that really just get to me are those things. It's like, bruh, like, what the fuck, start to stress out about that type of shit.
There's something that's done that to you? It's made you feel like this is hindering my progress, or my family's progress, and it's just stressful.
In the past, like, issues with like mother of my child or whatever, as far as like seeing my son and stuff, and of course that affected my side of the family because they don't get to see him and stuff and all that, and then just like certain things we disagree about and whatnot. I won't get into the details, but like certain things like that like causes hindrance inside my eyes, so that would like sometimes stress me out or like really like just get to me and stuff, But I mean, like I said, just growth. Like this year, like those are things, like I said, like learning to step back, take some time and just focus, growth. Another thing I pretty much learned this year also is the fact to take your time.
Okay.
It's okay to take your time. Don't rush to do something. Don't be lackadaisical. Don't be like procrastinating, but don't rush to do something. Take your time. Do it at the proper speed that you feel you're doing it right at.
Oh, don't rush while you do it?
Yeah, like it's better to do something right than to do it fast.
Yeah, I feel that.
So that's something else.
But also, you know what's so funny? This is also true that it's because, a lot of the times, especially perfectionists, like I'm very much a perfectionist. I get a lot of just hesitation about doing something because I want it to be perfect. If you just do it anyway, like you're creative, you do music as well, right? And I do dance. I was thinking about this. When did you start doing music?
Like actually putting it out or actually just diving into it,
like making actual tracks?
Probably first stuff I was putting out that was like 2012, I think.
Okay, this maybe is something you can appreciate too. So there's a difference, right? There's two things.
I said 2012. I'm obviously lying. It was 2016 or 17. One of them, yeah.
Okay, so 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a difference between you then and you now. You have different instincts. You've been doing music for how long? You've been doing music because you've been putting out more tracks. You've been making more songs. You've been writing more, and you just have a better context for music now. Right. Like if you were to make a hit or make a soundtrack now, you have good quality. Like you listen to your songs right now. Where can they find you?
Of course, Apple, Tidal, Google, Amazon, any major streaming service you can find if you search Charlie Miller.
Quick shameless plug. But like there's a difference between your ability to create a track right now versus when you just started, obviously. But that took like just years of repeated effort. And some of it was just going into the studio, and I'm sure you've had days where you just kind of go in and you're not even sure, you're not super confident of yourself.
Right.
But you're going to go in anyway just because you need to put the hours in.
Right.
And that's just part of it. That's just part of the journey going forward. Exactly. So there's that difference between you then and you now. But even now, how long does it take for you to make a track?
If I already pre-wrote the track and everything, which is 90% of the time, honestly, I can make a track with like a chorus, verse, ad-libs and all that within 15-20 minutes.
Okay, how long does it take for you to write it?
I've wrote songs that really is a very broad spectrum because that's all on feeling. Because I've wrote songs before.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I was about to say I wrote songs within like fucking hour or two, and then some songs it's taking me like weeks or months or whatever.
Yeah. Would you say it's more towards the hour or two, or would you say it's more towards like days or weeks at least?
I'd say it's more. If we're going on that spectrum, I'd say it's more toward days, not necessarily weeks. It's more toward days.
Right. Is there like a long drafting process? Like you come up with the first draft and you're like, yeah, this is cool. I like where it's going. I got my emotions out on the paper, let's say, but I think I want to tweak this, want to tweak that. Is that mostly what happens when you're going, after the first draft?
The longest part of the process is honestly just trying to know like how to start the direction of the song. Because usually I'll have an idea of what I want the song to be about based on like how the beat making me feel.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But I be thinking all the time like, what phrase, like, is it gonna start with a chorus or the verse? And like, how can I start this so it just flows, so it feels right and stuff. So
interesting. Okay. Well, that doesn't map out the same, I guess, for my dance as well. But what I'm noticing is that even though you get to this place where you're much more confident, like you've been doing it for a few years, I've been doing dance, on and off kind of, but more consistently now, I guess, for some time. And there's still like this build the dance or build the art process that's kind of painstaking, where you still get things wrong. Like you start from nothing, and starting from scratch is kind of difficult. What just happens, I think, when you become someone who's done it a long time, you have an eye, and you know when something's wrong and you know when something's right. So it's easier for you to write a lyric and go, nah, that's not going to work. And then write the right lyric and then go, okay, cool, now we have another stepping stone.
Right.
But it's still a process.
Yes. Definitely.
So a lot of the time, to bring it back, because I just waffled, to bring it back to the idea that like, you should do things the right way and not just rush through it. Also, you need to put the hours in. Like if you want to be successful at something, sometimes it's a good idea just to fucking start, just to go and definitely do it and because those hours, even though today you don't feel good about it, and I've often not felt good about going to the gym to dance. I've often felt not so good about doing my ab workouts in the morning or going to the gym to do my chest workouts. But those are the days that are going to make the difference.
Yeah.
Because everyone can go on the fucking days when it's easy.
Right.
The reason you're going to be above
average
or ahead of the curve, ahead of the curve, is because you're going on the days where other people aren't going to fucking go.
If it was easy, everybody could do it.
For easy.
Like, no, that's real. No, I get what you're saying. Like, and I don't want it to seem like I'm saying like, yeah, like just you got to wait for the perfect time. Because of course I'm not saying that, because the perfect time never exists.
That's true. It's for sure.
All I'm saying is like, hey, do it. Yes, do it, but don't rush through it. That's all I'm saying. Like.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying.
Go through the process.
Yeah, exactly. Like go through the process. Just like I'm not saying like, oh man, I gotta wait for the perfect time to drop an album, or I gotta wait for the perfect time to go to the studio or to start writing and stuff and all that. But I am saying like, oh, okay, the perfect time ain't gonna come and stuff, so I'm just gonna start writing, or I'm just gonna, just because I've done that before, just start writing and whatnot, and like I said, it don't sound right, so okay, let me just write some more. Let me start again tomorrow. Let me da-da-da-da until it gets better.
Yeah, and you just wait for the flow to hit.
Exactly.
And something takes over.
Exactly. Yeah. What about things this year that's like been kind of crazy? What has stood out to you this year?
What stood out to me?
Yeah.
Oh. Something that's I guess kind of interesting. I've kind of started to take a different approach to relationships.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. It's probably it's for sure because I'm getting older. But I'm not sure what hit me. But up until more or less up until this year, I've been more just about to be blunt about it, the sexual nature of relationships.
Okay.
Not saying that like I go to find relationships for sex necessarily, but that's the bit of it that has mostly appealed to me because I don't know. That's just how I've been. That's how I've been programmed, or that's how I've kind of been up until now. But recently, I've kind of just started to realize that what I want, like the most important thing is, or what a relationship is it's a stepping stone to building a family for me. I think I'm gonna paraphrase so harshly wrong, but someone was talking about how they had like an epiphany about relationships and marriage because they were talking to their dad, and this is someone online, this isn't a person that I actually know personally.
Okay.
But he was saying that he chose his wife because he knew that she would be the best person to build a family with, something like that.
He was making a logical decision.
Yeah, but based on like the family, and it was like a selfless decision. It wasn't about because in the moment, I feel this way. I for sure want both of the things. I for sure want a spark between the person that I'm dating. And I want a physical connection. And of course, you do want that to be a healthy part of the relationship. But the other part is going to be super important. I think probably maybe more important. I don't know because I've never had a family of my own, or I've never been in a serious relationship that long to really think about what it's going to be like to have kids or to live with someone. But I'm sure like when I do experience that, I'm going to have like a real wake-up call and realize that the things I've been looking for are so like they're not going to be applicable at all. Like imagine finding someone that you go, oh yeah, this is the girl, because that's what most of us are doing subconsciously. Most of us, especially men, we're just looking for these, well, men, I'll start with men. A lot of guys out of college and in college, they're just looking for these queens that they can adorn, and it's cool. And it's cool because you guys make a cute Instagram selfie and whatever the fuck, but at some point the idea is to move in with this person to build a real life with them. Is this someone that's really going to push you to build in your career? Is this someone that's going to push you to learn more, to progress as a person? Is this someone that can see you for your real emotions and the things that you can't tell other people? Can you connect on that level with them? Can you produce a family with them if that's what you want? Those are kind of questions you're going to have to ask yourself at some point. And if you can't, it's none of it's going to mean anything. So I've started to look at relationships, not just girlfriend, boyfriend, but also just friends, like seeing humans for like what they are and why the things that they want, and how I can actually be someone that helps them achieve those things, rather than just who's hot.
I definitely understand. I agree with everything you're saying. Like, that's something that I try and do also with my life and my friends. But I was more so talking about like events actually in the world. Like,
in the world, not just my
yeah.
I've been our system.
One thing that just really to me, I guess, shook me this year was the fact that hip hop lost a good amount of incredible people. At the top of the list, at least to me, that affected me the most was Nipsey Hussle. I used to really, really jam and mess with Nipsey. Like, he was just, to me, a stand-up man. Like, he made great music. He was a community activist, all about his lady. He was just all around, just like I said, a stand-up guy. He was a real king. And so that shook me. Like, I got teary-eyed when he actually passed, because I really used to like feel his music and listen to it when I had problems and stuff. But yeah. Then of course we had the other people who passed this year, if I'm not mistaken. Mac Miller.
That was this year.
I believe so. I gotta look this up now. You got me doubting myself.
It might have been 2018.
Are you sure about that?
Unless was it early in the year or something?
Nah, that was...
Because it feels like it's been a long time.
Oh, it was 2018. You're right. But, I mean, it was that, and I guess, like, the Trump stuff is, like, didn't really surprise me, but it's like, oh, okay, like, so now we're finally gonna, like, kind of do
the
something.
impeachment.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, oh, okay, now we're finally gonna do something. Ironically, right before he's about to go and stuff and all that. So
okay, I don't know what's going on in the politics. From what I can see though.
Oh, Toni Morrison passed this year. Famous author. She wrote The Bluest Eye. I don't know if you ever read that book.
I don't read, dude. I don't read.
Oh, I forgot. I'm thinking.
I'm dumb. I don't read.
No, you're from England. Of course, you would know about Toni Morrison.
Oh, what does that mean?
She's American? Like a famous American author, and she was like a lot of American schools.
Do you know J.K. Rowling or not? You know what I mean?
Okay. If she was
that good, if she was that good.
Let's not.
That's all I'm saying.
Toni Morrison was an incredible author, black author. John Singleton passed.
John Singleton?
The director.
What's a movie he made?
Boys in the Hood.
Okay, I like that movie.
Is
he black as well?
Yeah, John Singleton is.
This is an iPhone 11, right?
Yeah, this is
the back of this.
Well, no, it's not an 11. It's an 11 Pro.
Same shit.
It's not though.
Don't care.
Ask the Apple Store for an iPhone 11, and then ask them for an 11 Pro. You'll get two different things.
I'll ask them for both. I'll throw them both in the trash. How about that?
John Witherspoon passed.
Yes, John Witherspoon. I was thinking when you said John, I was like John Withers, but then you said something else. Like
Cameron Boyce passed.
Who's this dude? Don't know who that is.
He's on Disney Channel.
You're searching on people who's passed.
Yeah, who passed this year? I was like, oh yeah.
Let's make this a depressing episode.
Nah, fuck you. I'm just giving respect where respect is due. I like to make sure people understand that they're on it. Oh, Juice WRLD, of course, passed.
Juice XXX.
No, XXX been passed. Well, not been passed, but
that was this year.
X didn't pass this year.
That was this year. That was this year.
XXX.
Check it. It was after Mac Miller. I know that for sure, dude.
Oh my god, no, it wasn't. I want to make a bet with you. I really do.
I want to make a bet with you too. Fuck it. Make a bet.
Make a bet.
Did you just check it?
No, I didn't. I swear to God, I haven't typed it in yet.
Okay.
Make a bet.
Yeah, but we have to agree on the terms first.
Okay, what's the terms of the bet? This is recorded too, so you can't lie.
Come back out of it. Yeah.
I bet you.
The next time I walk into your house, you have to bow down before I walk in.
That would never happen. I don't care if I lose this bet.
You better win the bet.
That would never happen.
You not doing that?
And
just a little princess.
The sole reason is because
put the wrists out.
I seriously look at this as my castle. I'll be damned if I ever.
Well, don't lose the bet. It's all good.
If you make it outside, I'll do it outside.
You barely have to crouch, dude.
We got the jokey jokes.
Oh, man. Never stopping. 2020, dude. More jokes.
We got the jokey.
We don't stop. You'll do it outside, you said? You'll do the bow outside?
I'll do a bow outside before I do it in my house.
Can I record it?
It's recorded.
No, the bow, dude.
I don't care.
When you lose.
I don't care.
All right, cool. But it has to be a princess bow, yeah? So wrists out and then...
Princess bow, okay.
Yeah.
If you lose, you gotta get a girl to do some makeup on you.
For how long?
And you gotta post it. Like, you gonna record my vow, you gotta...
That's a lot, dude.
You gotta post it.
IG story?
IG story.
That's a fucking lot. Just like, what, the whole thing?
It ain't gotta be the whole thing.
Go on. Make it less.
It can be like half baked.
Down, dude.
Half baked.
Like foundation?
Half baked. It gotta look like you're wearing makeup, but not like caked on.
Fuck it, I'm pretty certain I'm correct, so.
Alright, cool. We're shaking on this, world. We are shaking on this.
It's alright, man.
XXX Tentacion.
I won't die. I'll just have makeup on my face. I'll be dead inside. But it's okay because life still rips.
Fuck.
Okay, I don't like this.
Life does rip, you guys. Life rips so much. It rips so much that I'm going to be able to show you guys the bitch that David is when he puts on this fucking makeup.
Wow, dude. I don't like this game. I legit want to leave right now. I want to go home. I'm done.
Oh my God. Way to start 2020.
I'm sore.
Way to start 2020. Your eyebrow about to touch your damn beard. Oh, Lord. Why can't women be this fast when they put on their own makeup?
Died before Mac Miller?
Yes, sir.
I really didn't think he died before Mac Miller, man.
Yes.
Okay, go on. Let's keep going. Let's make me forget what just happened.
He died. Mac Miller died right before Ja Rule.
Ja Rule?
Yeah.
As in Ja Rule's career?
No, him.
Ja Rule.
We're gonna clap back.
Ja Rule's not dead.
Is that another bet? Is that another bet?
Ja Rule's not
Is that
dead.
another bet? Is that another bet?
I kind of want a double or nothing. Dude, Ja Rule's... You don't
This
know.
ain't Vegas. You can't double nothing. You can't.
Dude, Ja Rule is not dead.
Is that another bet?
Fuck it, go on. What's your terms? My terms is obviously to reverse my shit. What's the second thing I have to do if I'm wrong? Ja Rule's not fucking dead. Go on. Spit it out. Spit it out, bitch.
He's like, what?
He's not dead, dude.
Nah,
I'm
fucking
just
with you.
yeah.
He not done fucking with you.
Motherfucker, dude.
He really had to take a second to think about it. He was like, no, you fucking
Yeah, my
lying.
confidence is low-key broken after the fucking XXS Tentacion situation, but it's all good. Back in the cut. Life still rips.
Oh, no, but you know what? I'm sorry. We have a special guest with us.
Oh?
Yes, we have a special guest. If you want to come around this way, ma'am. If you want to, yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes, we have I have the pleasure of introducing the wonderful Ashanti, whom me and David went to college with, actually. So, yeah.
I didn't realize you went to CSU.
Seriously?
Yeah, I never saw you at TSU.
I need you to do better, man.
Now I know, though. You went to TSU. What else do you do? Do you do music?
No, she doesn't do music. But you can tell the people, what do you do? Tell us
Yeah, tell me. I'm sure Charlie already knows, but I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm an accountant. I audit financial statements for an accounting firm.
Are you good at math?
You know what? A lot of people think that being an accountant means you have to be good at math, and no. I know a lot of accountants who suck at math.
Are you one of them?
I am not one of them.
Tell the truth.
I'm actually pretty good at math,
Very
but we use a calculator like 95% of the time.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
We can do numbers in our head, but it's like the nerds are the ones who do that. Though.
Yeah.
I'm not a nerd. Like I'm a nerd.
It's all good.
But,
I was a nerd when I was in school.
Still a nerd.
Well, there's what he
Don't laugh
said.
at his jokes.
I'm like,
Okay,
you're a
we're gonna
nerd.
be
You're
friends
pretty good
though,
at math, though. So.
Yeah, I mean, I am a nerd, to be honest. Fuck it. I'm gonna own it. But are you one of those people that are like financially literate? Like, do you know how to do taxes and stuff?
I do.
Dude, you should make a podcast and teach us like what's up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stack my revenue.
Taxes aren't my specialty. Budget analysis is. So it costs.
Do you want to explain what that is, or are
budget
we gonna
analysis?
go like, is it boring to people that don't know what it is? Okay, go on. Hit us. Bring it in.
I'm like, budget analysis is pretty much. It's like me going through all your income, your expenses, and like telling you kind of like how to budget, how to save, where you're spending too much at, where you can like cut back on and like not like afford your natural lifestyle that you do like on a day-to-day basis.
Do you do this as a service?
It's like a plan of like basically how to.
It's like a financial advisor for your actual spending.
Yes, something like that. I do have a side hustle where I do contract accounting work for companies, doing payroll, doing accounting, helping put together their financial statements.
Oh, you can help me with my business.
Possibly. We'll see.
You have a business?
Yeah, so I got ladies of the night, if you will, who go out and make my money. And
is he a stripper?
And then I have certain product that is may or may not be
you sound
cooked.
You sound like you're talking about
And,
school. Cooked?
And
You cook meth. This is Breaking Bad.
I'd neither confirm or deny that.
I don't think he's
but
tell you the truth.
yeah, just I have some businesses. I'm an entrepreneur.
You just do things under the table.
You
don't want to get into specifics.
Yeah, I'm not one of those kind of accountants that do stuff.
You don't launder money, is what you're saying.
That's not what I.
We'll talk after this.
Yeah, no, we're not. But
wink.
But is that lucrative?
No wink.
Like, does that make a lot of money?
Black market accounting work? Yeah.
Well, what you're doing right now, like helping people manage.
So
yeah, like even during a recession, like I'm gonna always have a job because everybody needs an auditor.
Exactly.
We're the reason why companies are able to release their financial statements to investors to invest money into their actual companies. So without us, like the SEC has to regulate these companies, and like without us auditing these financial statements, people can't get a full basis of whether or not they should invest into a company, or not a company is actually performing, because the company could be lying about what money they're making. So there's that.
Gotcha.
So pretty much without me, y'all may go broke.
Oh, okay.
In real life.
Right.
Okay, that's interesting. So you were doing it for companies?
Yes. So
and you kind of release their expenditures and whatnot as like not public information?
It is public information. So it's called a 10K and a 10Q.
10Q.
A 10Q is similar to a 10K, except for a 10Q is released on a quarterly basis. 10K is released on an annual basis.
Got you.
So yeah, like literally without us, a company could be lying about whether or not they actually made $1 million. Like we're the reason why, like we're literally the reason why we go in there. We actually read the financial statements. We do our own math. We do our own calculations. We like see the day-to-day kind of things, and we like literally tell you guys, hey, their stuff is accurate, or this was going wrong, and we recommend, they fix something, they can choose to not fix it, or they do fix it.
They're like optional auditors.
So is it
pretty much,
Yeah.
but we're required. Like without us, they pretty much can't be sold to the stock market without us. So
you need a third party to like keep them accountable.
Pretty much.
So, but do you do like advising to the company if
Yes.
you see their expenditures are kind of like, oh, what you don't spend less on TVs, dude, and then you say like spend less on TVs.
Well, I'm just an auditor, but my firm has other departments. So you have financial services, there's consulting, there's tax services. So there's multiple areas to accounting. It's kind of like almost being a doctor. Like doctor has like a whole bunch of fields, so does accounting. So
Makes sense.
Like there's never just one little thing. But
that's a nice industry to compare yourself to. Medicine.
I mean, not to say that I'm saving lives, but we are saving people's money. So without
no, he's saying
money,
that because he's medical.
Looking to jump into that industry.
Yeah.
So good. People know. If people know, people know. If they don't.
It's okay. I'll tip my hat to both of y'all. Y'all both do y'all thing. I mean, y'all both wouldn't have a job without my industry, but
what paint?
we got the junkie jokes. We got the junkie jokes.
I'm not gonna throw no shots.
What I went to school for, bitch?
Communication?
No.
Oh, sounds like a personal problem now.
What'd you go to school for?
Dang.
I know this. Fucking I forgot. it's
I
not
went
in
to
my head
school
right
for
now.
Business management, bitch.
Tight, nice.
Technically,
Do you know how to manage a business?
I do.
Yeah, but
cool.
without an accountant, technically, you need me before I need you.
First of all,
Just saying.
what are y'all gonna be doing? Just randomly going around doing this shit? Like, just you still need big dog right here.
Not really.
Without a business, you ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, but you're business management, so you manage the business. However, without us, you don't know where your money's coming from, how to manage that money. You will go bankrupt before, we lose business.
Yeah, but you need health to have a business. You know what I'm saying? So listen, this
We
is
need each
I
other.
think you should just stay out of this, because right now, this is
too
about
late.
business, babe.
You
This
guys,
is
you
business
guys,
major.
you guys are the
You're
kids.
business
You guys are the
major.
kids
You're the
bickering.
kid.
But
I'm the parent
but-
over here.
You're the
We
parent.
gave you life.
But you're irrelevant
We keep you
to
healthy.
this conversation.
Dude, if you get sick, where you go?
That's fine, but my friend will work us to death. So
Google.
regardless, we're gonna be
Google.
fine.
You'll be worked to death, but you won't work to death tomorrow. It'll take you a while because we're keeping you alive.
You think so?
You're welcome.
But we
I
have to
know
actually go to see you before that happens. So
Yeah.
technically,
Or sometimes
you're irrelevant.
sometimes
so we make you relevant.
we you don't come to see us. You have a freak accident in your house, and we come get you. You have to pay a healthy bill
I
out
must say
here.
a hefty.
Out here, if
that
you're in
ambulance
America,
bill. That Emily's
we're gonna figure our way into your pockets.
I get stabbed. I mean, I'm just saying, how bad is it?
That's money bleeding out your fucking abdomen.
We can drive there.
Unless you got some bomb insurance, then I'm like, you really good when it comes to the ambulance.
I don't know.
That's another conversation.
I think they charge too much.
No, but
you think so?
Yeah.
I pay like $50 a month. I'm covered for everything. No deductible, zero deductible.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You pay what?
$50 a month. That's not.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I was about to say
$50,000.
In what world?
50,000. I hope.
No, I thought she said she pays $6,000 a month.
What
I was about
the
to
heck?
say. What? Like, that's what I'm about to say. Like, who are
tripping.
you? Like, Kanye West? Like,
But they keep me alive forever, man.
You feel me?
Live to
Like,
1,000.
You got like a freezer chamber to live forever or some shit? You got 3 hearts?
No, I got a trust fund. That's what I
Your
got.
heart's waiting just in case.
Exactly. Like, Rockefeller fucking niece over here or some shit. Nah, but what I did want to ask you though, Ashanti, we digress a lot. But what I did want to ask you.
Yeah, let's go back to the main focus.
Is, this episode is really about like just the year 2019, what all we learned and stuff, things that like, stood out to us and everything. What do you feel, if you did feel like you learned anything this year, what do you feel that you learned this year?
Well, I love to travel. And so I went to Cuba, and Trump has affected like the Cuban economy as far as like tourists being able to go there on cruise ships. And
snap! I didn't even know that.
Right, but a lot of people didn't know that even without the cruise ship, you could still travel to Cuba. And so Cubans were losing a lot of money. Like they rely on us for a lot of like what they get as far as making their income, because like their government takes care of like their housing and stuff, but like it's really chunk change. Like they getting paid like $5 a week type thing, like in their currency. So to be culturally aware of like the fact that although America is like our own country, like what we do really affects the outside world, regardless if we realize it or not. Right. I think it's absolutely crazy, but Cuba is like an absolutely like beautiful country. We still drive like all the old cars, like they get all of our like lift upper cars. So it's like when you see like everybody driving around, like it was one car we saw, like you could literally like see like the ground in their car, but they were still driving it because I mean like they gotta do what they gotta do.
Right.
So it's like
that's that Flintstone car.
Right, but like
it doesn't drive, they just run.
Right, and you think like Americans don't work. Like to them we're like, yeah, you guys like on vacation every day in America. So like to see other people like really, really grind, like we think we're grinding, like our grind is nothing compared to what they gotta do out there. Period. So
respect the hustle.
Definitely.
I respect the hustle.
So yeah.
What did you say was the reason they don't have money? Trump did something.
Trump, he cut up cruise lines to be able to go over there, and so a lot of their money comes from cruises.
Okay.
People do travel there for like vacation and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're more likely to go into cruise ships because they get excursions, money, food, souvenirs. You're more likely to go on cruise ships. So
yeah, and there's like a whole appeal for cruise, Carnival cruises. You don't even think about I want to go to Cuba. It's just I want to go on a cruise.
Right. So they lost like a lot of the
money
locals.
coming in.
Right, their side like a lot of like their side money that comes from like outside of like them get paid like the day-to-day
ripping
basis.
us up when we're trying to snorkel.
Yeah.
A lot that goes away.
A lot that disappeared because of that. So
he was mad.
It's all good.
Hey,
I mean, people do what they have to do. I didn't feel like that was a joke, really. But people do what they have to do to make money, and it makes sense. Because if you're in a shitty situation, what are you gonna do? Stay in a shitty situation? Nah, figure it out.
He said, I mean, it could have been $20, $30 cheaper, but whatever.
Could have been. But it's all good.
I mean, you only live life once. Is money really compared to your experience that you're going to get that would last a lifetime?
You know what? You're right. But if I had a choice, I would pay $20 less.
I'm like, you got a choice to not do it. Is they got $20?
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but I had to do it, man.
You didn't have
I was out there,
to.
man. I've never jet skied before. I was jet skiing.
So you paid for the experience, right?
Yeah, no.
Then shut up and stop complaining about it.
I thought I'd make a joke. I'm sorry, man.
That whole thing was crazy. The guy with the most experience on jet skis ended up getting seasick.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
That was jokes. That was funny.
I was like,
we should have made more fun of him. I don't know why we didn't.
How do you get seasick and you had like the most experience?
I didn't get it either.
What?
I think some people are just more predisposed to being seasick. Like they just have something.
No, but if you
it was when we stopped too, because going to that first spot, he was totally fine. He was keeping up with the dude that took us out there.
It was when we were going back for whatever reason.
Yeah, like no, when we got there, he started.
Okay, yeah.
Because remember, he didn't even
just
really get in the water.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, that's why I was like, damn, okay.
Maybe like the slow rock of the water is what triggered him for whatever
probably.
reason.
You know what? Yeah, that's probably it.
It was relaxing to me, shoot.
I know, right? I liked it.
Put me to sleep.
I liked it.
Out there like a light after drinking all night. Psh.
Yeah, I slept.
Knocked out.
But
What else have I learned?
Oh, that's another thing. Everybody should try to cruise at least once in their lifetime.
Of course,
Definitely.
Yes. Everybody should try to cruise at least once in their lifetime. I've been up on like 2 or 3. I think my next cruise though, I'm not gonna do Carnival. I'm probably gonna do something like Royal Caribbean or like.
You should come with us. We're going to Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Wow.
Norwegian.
Okay.
It's actually one of the top cruise lines.
Actually, no, because I told myself 2020
that
I'm
I will
really,
never deal with a Norwegian ever again.
Nah, I'm really gonna try and like fly somewhere. Like you can't get there by boat. Like
we are flying there. We're flying into Barcelona and then we're taking a cruise to Barcelona, Italy, and France.
Oh, that does sound dope. So I don't know, man. I may have to do that. I was
Dude,
thinking
I
Tokyo.
love those conversations.
No,
I love
no.
watching those conversations where you like you make an excuse and then they're like, now we got your excuses, and then you go, oh, okay.
But
That's
no,
jokes.
it was that because I was gonna go to London and a whole bunch of other places in Europe.
Well, that's not
for
a
2
cool
weeks
place. Tell me how it is.
and all that. But I was gonna do that for 2 weeks, but that didn't pan out. But so I was thinking 2020. What else can I do? I was thinking either Africa or Tokyo.
You
I'm
haven't been
going to
to Africa?
Thailand and Bali.
You say what?
I'm going to Thailand and Bali.
You guys out there just enjoying the world. That's really cool.
But I was going to go by
So are
myself.
you,
Nobody
fool?
wanted to go.
I've just been here in London, really. I mean, I've been to Spain,
In Jamaica.
like back in the day. Yeah, I was a carnival. It doesn't really count.
Why didn't you travel to other, like, it's cheaper to travel when you're, like, in England. Why didn't you go
Yeah,
to places?
I say this all the time. Like, I feel dumb that I
Didn't take
I didn't
advantage.
realize. Yeah, I didn't take advantage of what I had.
So
And then I came here, I was like, shit. Too late. But
He's like,
it's
shit,
alright.
too
Like,
late.
honestly, like I know everyone loves to travel. I enjoy it, but like it's not that important to me. It's not like a big deal.
What?
Yeah.
How do you
I said it.
know
Unpopular
what
opinion.
How do you know what you're missing until you go and explore other cultures?
As in, like, I do like exploring other cultures, mostly for food and buildings are cool.
Well,
But honestly, like, I don't have as much appreciation as other people where they like see other cultures and then they see how they are and like, oh my god, they're different, they do this. I'm like, okay, that's cool, and then that's it. Like, it's really quick for me.
Well, it's not just that. Like when I traveled, like Cuba opened my eyes to like we think like we're out
what's
here
going on in the world.
grinding.
Yeah, I do
And
like
it's
that.
like, dang, all right. Like, I need to step my stuff up because they think, like, we're out here playing games. And this isn't a game to us type of thing. But it's not just about that. It's not just about learning other cultures, but it's giving a bigger perspective on a bigger picture of the world.
I like
and
that.
you really don't know that until you truly go out there and see other things and see other buildings and experience monks in other places that like you never were exposed to. Like I know a lot of people who grew up as Christians and they went and like traveled and they opened their eyes to exploring other religions and now they're Muslim or they're Buddhist, like, and that was from them exploring other cultures and realizing there's more to life than what they were raised up on. So
Did you talk to monks?
I have been over there. I know other people who talk to monks, but that wasn't.
You said
me.
monks, so that's specific. Like, you talk to, they just changed your life.
And now I didn't, but I got friends
Some
that
bold
did.
guy just opened you up to the world. Man.
Exactly. He said
To
one
the third
thing
eye.
to her.
Yeah, just
One thing on the road, and it
That's what
just
it'd be
changed her whole
Just
life.
said
She was like,
one word. Let her like sit in silence for like an hour, and then said one word. And
said
then
some
she-
shit like,
And then she walked out.
the water
like
lily
that.
doesn't float if it has too much water. Like, he said some shit.
No.
And then
like
she
that.
walked out. You know that Van Gogh painting with the woman just doing that? That's her on the way out. Just straight like,
No, I did have a homeboy though who did go to a monk temple, and he was there for a full 2 weeks, and that it opened up his third eye. Apparently, you know.
Where is that one?
third eye?
Yeah.
So you
Right.
forget.
Sick.
I had a joke somewhere in there, but I'm not even going to.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
If you find
Walk
it,
away.
say it. But if you don't know it,
No, I got it,
There
but
you go.
I'm not even going.
Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. But so traveling is just about food and buildings, but it's about realizing that there's definitely a bigger picture. And what can you do to be a part of that bigger picture to make people more exposed and aware?
You're right. I feel dumb for saying what I said.
No, don't feel dumb.
It's too late. Feel dumb. It's over.
What?
Feel
No,
dumb.
I don't want you to feel dumb.
Right.
Here's a way to redeem yourself. Okay, so I want us real quickly, just because I want
to bow our heads and pray.
Yeah, no. I want us real quickly, 2020 resolutions or goals. Go.
To do at least one pull-up. Nah. I saw this on some chicks dating app post. Like, all year I want to do at least one pull-up. And I was like, what? So I'll say this because I made a joke out of this. Like, I'm actually doing this on stage at some point. So I said, I think we're setting the bar a little bit low. And then she says, I guess she thought that was mean. Do you think that's mean?
I get it. The setup, the bar, she doing the pull up.
There's a pun in there too.
I get
you know?
it.
We're having fun. It's playful.
I get it.
It's 365 days. One pull up? Better do more than one pull up.
I'm like, hey.
He said, can we do one a month? One a week.
There's 30 days in a month.
I'm just saying, I don't have those problems, but I'm saying though, like I get it.
365 days, you can't build that little.
Listen, but you can't knock somebody else's goals because
I can if it's funny though. If it's funny,
that's funny. Not funny. You can't laugh at somebody else's goals that are funny.
If I make a pun in it as well, come on.
No, because what if somebody thinks that your goals are funny?
If they make it funny, then it's funny. If I take it to heart, then I'm sorry, dude.
Next.
Like I shouldn't have.
What are your 2020 goals or resolutions?
I didn't even complete it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So she thought it was mean.
I'm sorry.
See, now my feelings are hurt. I'm playing. So she thought it was mean. So she says and I kid you not, she replies, "Wow, you're a bitch."
I don't blame her. Sorry. I'm sorry.
And I go, haha. I think you're thinking I'm someone that can't do a pull-up. And then
you're an asshole.
And then she unmatched me. But that was fun.
You're an asshole. He indirectly called her a bitch. I like that.
She started it, man. She directly called me a bitch. So I have jurisdiction. Or the right even. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, we'll come back to me with my revolution. I'll think about it.
Okay, what about you?
Your resolution. Go for it.
I don't really call it resolution. I'll call it a continuation for what I said for myself. Back in my freshman year of college.
Okay.
It's to get my CPA license and to officially launch my CPA contracting company this year.
Oh, no more black market deals.
Something like that, yeah.
Got you. We won't put your business out there too much.
But like I said, you need budget analysis, you need travel budgeting, and all that good stuff.
I'm gonna need travel budgeting because I'm broke, nigga, and I'm trying to travel. So
tricks and tips that I've learned on the way from traveling in the past 2 years.
Do you have credit cards?
I do. I have 2 of them, and I bill points on the monthly basis.
Do you think they've been useful for you?
Yes. I think that everybody's meant to have a credit card because some people don't know how to limit themselves and have self-control. But in the right hands with the right person, credit cards are amazing. Like, I have friends who bought their car, had the money to buy the car, but put it on their credit card, and it paid that card the next day, and they just built like 30,000 miles. Poof, now they have a free trip out the country on a flight. Boom, 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 bam, you out of here.
That's smart, dude. That's fucking smart.
And they just built up the credit because they paid off the car in one day.
Okay,
He gotta always do it. He has to always do it.
That's pretty cool. That's dope. I mean, honestly, this is a teachable moment for everyone, including the listeners. Because I think we got to bring you into this conversation, Charlie. We have to do it, dude. Because I think there's a lot of people, and I'm sure you know this as well, Ashanti, that there's a lot of people that just have this idea of credit cards like it's the devil because they don't understand like how to use them, and they've just been fed the story that society or advertisement. I don't even know who's been like who would you say manufactured this story that credit cards are the devil? People, I guess
people who have been screwed over or who overspent and they thought that they were going to be able to get out of not paying the money back, and it came to bite them in the butt, like long term when you want to buy a house, when you want to get a new car, move into a new apartment. That stuff hits your credit. It's serious. Like, I'm 23 years old and I have 800 credit score, but that's very, very rare that happens like that. But it's because I had a mother who taught me about building credit at a young age, so that I would be responsible. But not all people are raised that way. So, you know, you got people, even like with student loans, you got people who take out these student loans thinking, oh yeah, I want the money now, and they go and buy new shoes and cars and everything else, and then 4 years down the line, now you're $60,000 into debt, and now you're gonna be paying it off for the rest of your freaking life.
Right.
Like it's the same thing with a credit card. The exact same thing. That's how you keep people in debt for the rest of their lives.
Well, that shit on my life.
Using it poorly. Well, it's not even about you. It's just about, like we mentioned before. It's financial literacy, man. It makes a difference if you know what's going on. If you have context, if you know what a loan means and what you can do with credit cards, you can actually plan ahead and save a lot of fucking money.
But for the people out there who do want a little bit more of financial literacy, you don't have to be an accountant or somebody who has a business management degree. A lot of banks, to keep up their ratings as far as customer service go, they actually offer free financial literacy classes. You can look it up on their website.
Online?
Yes.
Online classes?
Yes.
I'm
or
guessing
they have like in-person classes that you can go to where like they'll teach you like about credit, loans, all that kind of stuff, home mortgages, how to rebuild your credit. A lot of banks offer it, believe it or not. I used to work for the FDIC as a bank examiner, and that was one of the things that we gave them as part of their rating, is whether or not they did things to contribute to the community, build the community. And so from being a bank examiner, I learned that a lot of banks actually offer different classes like that.
And you just have to have like an account with the bank, I'm guessing.
No, actually you don't. It's a free class that they offer to the public. A lot of people don't know about it because they don't promote it. They're only required to try and keep to contribute to the community. Whether or not the community actually decides to go and look for it is on them.
That's interesting.
Yes.
How are people supposed to be there if they don't ever tell people about it though?
I'm like it's ironic about society.
It sounds like they don't really care that if people are there or not. They're just kind of like, there's a law that they have to do it, and they just do it.
It's not law that they have to do it, but there is, like I said, it affects their rating when we're evaluating whether or not they're like contributing to the community, whether or not they're like being a part of something that's bigger than themselves. It's a part of our rating that we give to them.
Cool.
So they don't have to offer classes. Like some banks offer like, books, contribute books, food drives, housing drives, but I found out that a lot of banks do actually offer these classes. They just don't really do a very good job of promoting it because a lot of their marketing goes to other stuff. So
makes sense. Yeah. It's in their best interest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because them having the classes in the first place gets them the points that you give them to reward them. So that's what they need to do. But I mean, you can find similar classes or similar information online anyway. YouTube is an incredible resource. Definitely. You just have to type the right things in. Okay, we can go to your resolution. Well, not necessarily a resolution, but something that you want to apply for 2020.
2020, I am speaking it into existence that I will be in school for app development or some type of like web development or something like that. I really want to start coding. I feel like that's a career that I will actually stay in and want to stay in and whatnot. And yeah, I'm ready to do that. Of course, also dropping more music, getting bigger and better with my music and whatnot.
What made you want to do coding?
I've always wanted to make an app. So I always thought to myself, man, like, if only I knew somebody who could, like, code this idea. Like, because I got a couple of apps in my mind. And I was like, if I only knew somebody could code this idea. And then one day I was like, man, fuck it. Like, I wouldn't mind knowing how to do it myself. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I think I want to give that a shot.
From what I don't know on this subject either. I don't know much about much, to be honest. But from what I've heard about coding and apps, because I had like one app idea, and I don't know if I can. I'm going to say it because I'm never going to make this app. It's annoying. So when you go to downtown Houston, you guys go to the clubs and the bars sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. How easy is it to find parking?
It's terrible.
It's terrible. Gosh. So if, like, it would take a long time to do the research for it, but if we just went to literally through downtown Houston or central Houston and we highlighted all the spots that have free parking on the map and then put down an app, that'd be fucking spectacular. Because everywhere you go, you just look at the app, and now I know exactly where the free parking is. I just need to check if it's free or not, if it's available or not, rather. And it'd be super easy to market, because if I go down to downtown and I tell people about the app, people would download it. It's so easy to download an app.
Who would pay for that though? Because then you have all these parking apps losing business.
I wouldn't even have it paid. I just try and make the revenue back from ads that are going to be advertised on the app.
That, I ain't gonna lie, that does sound like a pretty good idea. You just have to, of course, constantly update it for like new businesses that may like get like ownership of a certain lot or a certain like this, that, and the other, and now that place isn't free to park. No.
Yeah, for sure. But that would be really cool. From the small research I did, it takes like a lot of money to make an app, though. I don't know why, because like apps come out like many apps come out every day, and I'm like, what?
And he's like
no
several
way, thousands of dollars.
I'm about to say, no way these people got this much money on hand all the time.
For real. I mean, I'm sure they're doing like in companies and they're just spitting out apps. But yeah, that would be my idea. For my resolution, well, not my resolution, just something that I'm working on through 2020 is more of that mindfulness. I listened to a guy called Sam Harris. He's really good at talking about the idea of separating your emotions from who you are, because you don't have to belong to your emotions. I guess I'm working on this idea. This is going to sound super duper gay. Have you guys heard of Carl Cease? He used to be a comedian. Now he kind of does motivational speaking, but he talks about subjects in a really interesting way. He talks about consciousness in a really interesting way. But like, I think
you want to blow him.
Well, I mean, I've done that already. But like, I think like we're very transactional about the love we give. Like, if you have a friend or you're dating someone or anything happens, yeah, and you're very much, I'm only going to give you until you give me this. And I think that stops us from seeing our potential.
You should be more selfless, you're saying?
Kind of, but I think what the problem is our perspective. We think that when we give things to people, or when we show good attitude or show good behavior of any sort, that we're doing it for somebody, and that therefore they owe us something. And the truth is, nobody owes you anything. And also the truth is that a lot of times when you do things, you're gonna be the main benefactor of what you do, of those things that you sow. It's just like in the Bible, when it says, what's the scripture in the Bible? You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a simpler scripture. I don't know if I can get that. But yeah, like it's very much that. Like, you don't have to. If I do something for my friend, and what if I come to their birthday party? Like, it gets that fucking petty. You go to someone's birthday party. Oh, they didn't come to mine. Therefore, dude, we got to snip. It's like you doing that makes you should. The bonus in you doing that should be that you're giving yourself credit for being a decent human being, and that you can continue moving on and feel that way, and then realize your potential to do more for other people. And at some point, it's going to come back to you through other people, but also forget other people. It's going to come back to you because you have a certain type of character that is able to impart good energy out onto the world, and people can feel that, and that is
karma. I
guess, yeah. Some people could call it karma.
You get back what you put out in the world.
Sure.
Like, that's karma, the universe, energies, vibes, however people want to describe it nowadays.
Yeah. I just think there's two levels to that. There's like literal karma, like I can be a good guy to you guys. And you go, yo, that David guy, he's a jolly fella. You know what? I'm gonna throw him a bone. I'm gonna do something good for him. You know what I mean, dude. But there's also like me building myself as a good character, and when I walk into different rooms, people can just kind of feel that. People can feel like when you're a good person and you're humble and you're all this and you're valuable, and they'll want to put you in positions that are going to maximize your potential because they just see that in you. So I'm trying to figure that out, figure out what that means and how I need to act in accordance with that to benefit from that. came back on you, huh? Yeah, my first go around was a joke, was a fucking dating app joke, and I came back and I stole the goddamn show, huh? All I do. All I do, dude. I'm taking a gold fucking medal, bro.
Alright, I think that's pretty much it. Ashanti, if you want to tell the people where they can find you and maybe just anything you got going on or whatever that you want the people to know about.
Haha. Add me on Instagram. It's pure_true_life. That's PURE_TRUE life. And add me on LinkedIn because you're gonna see me, promoting my business very, very soon.
Gotcha.
Say your Instagram one more time.
It's PURE_true. That's TRUE life. Okay. Don't ask me how I came up with that name. I have
How did you come up with that name? How did you come up with that name?
No freaking idea. Highest is since Instagram been out.
Well, this is the last episode that the Knobheads
of the decade, actually.
Of the decade.
Pretty fucking.
Oh, here come the horrible ass jokes. I ain't seen you since last decade. I ain't seen you.
Right.
Oh my God, niggas.
I'll see you next decade, Jim.
I ain't had sex since last decade. I ain't had sex. Oh, here come the horrible, corny ass jokes I'm not trying to hear. But anyway.
That's funny.
This is another episode with your hosts, Charlie Miller and
David Ekunno.
Thank you. We love you. We'll see you guys next decade.
Peace.
Bad bitches in my celly. Anime on the telly. Getting cheese, I like lettuce, bread, and I'm stacking bread like a deli.